Welcome, I'm HaKDMoDz. Today with a Windows XP installation into VirtualBox on a Windows 7 host. So first off, open VirtualBox Manager and select New at the top left hand corner, the blue icon, to create a new virtual image. So select name, enter Windows XP, make sure type is Windows and version is XP 64-bit. Okay, now select the base memory, memory allocation in RAM, so 2048 megabytes, which is 2 gigabytes. Okay, create a new virtual hard drive now. Select VDI disk image. Select dynamic. Okay, now leave it on 10 gigabytes space. It's dynamic, so it won't use it all. Okay, now go to settings at the top. Go to advanced. Select the show at the top for the menu. Select bidirectional for both of them drop-down menus. Now go to system. Go to floppy. Remove the tick and move it down to the bottom. Move hard drive to the top. Okay, now create put a tick in the UTC time. Set your processor on the tab processor. Click it from anywhere to 4 CPU processors. Make sure PANX is ticked, as well as them 2 VTX MD. Okay, now go to display, tick 3D graphics and set it anywhere from 96 to 128 megabytes virtual graphics display. Now go to storage, go to the empty IDE controller. Select or locate where the Windows XP ISO from the download description is. Okay, now go down, that's fine, all the rest is good. Okay, now go to start and the top green arrow to the right. Okay, now this is start the installation process. Just click OK to this message. That's because you got it in full screen mode. Okay, so now, start it again. Click the the OK box and don't show this again. Okay, this will start the installation process now. Okay, in some sections of the video I'll be fast forwarding, so in them sections just pause the video, let your system catch up with the installation process. Okay, I have to keep it down to a minimum. Okay, so but I won't skip any steps. So Windows XP is installing. It's loading the grub, more or less. Loading the files, the configuration, the dev components, as well as the drivers and all the required components for the installation. Okay, this generally takes about 45 minutes to an hour to install, as does any operating system, new operating system being installed on the system. Why, you might ask, would you install Windows XP when it's outdated and there's such operating systems as Windows 10 and Windows 8.1? Well, the answer to that would be for virtual networking, and as well as setting up shared files and folders for networking, as well as over the internet. Also, it may be used for penetration testing for networking or program development to see if it works on all operating systems. Pretty much that's the bulk of it, but there's a few other features that you might want to use this setup for. Okay, so Windows starting up. Okay, so now we have to select the partition. So select the 10 gigabyte slack space that we gave it. Click format and use the partition as FAT, file system. FAT is file allocation table. That's the quick method. NTFS is a different style of hard drive formatting. Okay, now just push enter and enter again. Okay, this will start the setup, formatting the slack hard drive space that we allocated. I'll fast forward a bit here, so just pause the video to catch up. Okay, the system pauses during the installation process for some reason on most operating system installations. So to fix this, it's not a problem. We just go to click the OK because it's paused, go back to the virtual disk manager, or you can push Control and P to unpause it. But we can go up to the top, push machine, and go down to pause, and it'll unpause the system and continue with the installation. Not sure why it does it, it just does. So, but it's not a big drama. Okay, so that's installing the system settings and checking the drive space. Okay, so it's just creating the files for the allocation table. Okay, here again I'll pause, so just pause the video. Fast forward, you just pause the video. It's just installing the drivers and the dev components, such as audio drivers and hardware, and networking components, visual display components, motherboard, checking what RAM and ROM you have, checking your file system caching, doing lots of in-depth stuff, as well as copying the DLL files, which is dynamic link library, which tells it how to operate the hardware that's inside your system. Okay, this is the 6th or 7th installation in my virtualization playlist. Next up will be Windows 10 beta. After that I'll be doing Android, Jelly Bean and KitKat, and a few other Linux based operating systems, such as I'm not sure which ones I'll do so far, but after that I'll be doing Macintosh operating OS X operating systems, such as Maverick and probably some Solaris installations as well. That ought to keep the virtualization playlist at a maximum of most of the operating systems that are available. Okay, so Windows XP setup professional is still configuring. It's restarting the computer, or the virtual computer. A VirtualBox is equivalent of a separate machine that it thinks is running, but it's actually a machine inside your machine. That's why it's called virtual, because it's not real. Well, it is, but it's not. It's like a mirage. Okay, so it's decompressing. Soon when it boots, we'll have to set up a few options such as UTC time, user password and user account name, as well as administrator and supervisor password for administration. Okay, so this steps here is 39 minutes, so pause the video here if you haven't caught up. Most likely I'll fast forward through this section a bit, cut the video capacity down. Handy to have multiple operating systems within your home PC or laptop, so you can learn new tricks and things to do from different operating systems and pick what you like the best. Okay, so we're getting there slowly. As any operating system always takes roughly around an hour to install. Okay, this is installing devices right now. After that it'll be finalizing the installation. Depending on how many RAM memory size allocation you gave it and the CPU allocation will depend on the installation speed. So say if you gave it 1 CPU, it's going to take it's going to take 4 times as long as if you gave it 4 CPU allocation. But you don't want to take too much allocation away from your host, as it'll lag out. So a recommended setting of say 2 gigabytes RAM and 2 CPUs is optimal. Okay, select the operation, select next, enter your name and organization if you have one. While this is installing, okay, sorry, actually, computer name. Now select your computer name for the network to be found on the host. Okay, next, select next. Now select your UTC time location. I live in Australia, so mine's +10. GMT stands for Global Managed Time. Okay, select next. Okay, we're down to 32 minutes. I might fast forward here a bit, so there we go. Just pause the video there if you didn't catch up through that section. Just saving your settings. Okay, soon it'll reboot. Actually, it might start first then reboot. Yeah, it's rebooted. Okay, so it's just doing a screen resolution test, installing the configuration files for your created user, as well as setting up all the devs and components. Checking what your computer has and what it doesn't have. Okay, to improve appearance of visual styles. Okay, just select OK on this. Just says that Windows will automatically select the screen resolution that's optimal for your system. Okay, select Windows adjusted screen resolution. Can you read this? Yes. If you can't read it, don't click yes. But I'm pretty sure you should be able to every time. That's just checking the resolution output. Okay, you'll notice the screen got bigger. Okay, there we go. The boot up of Windows XP Pro Enterprise. Okay, so you nearly successfully installed it. Not long to go now. Okay, let's just spend a few seconds. This is just tricks and tips for basic load up sequence. Just click next to this option. Okay, now this section here is asking whether you want to let Windows manage your updates, as well as configure malware and antivirus, and stuff like that. So I'll be selecting no at this time, but at a later date. It's always a good option to come back and do this stuff later, to install your operating system, and then install your virus scanners and whatnot, and do Windows updates, as well as full optimization of your system for the first boot up. Then create a system restore point. Okay, so first off here, you're going to need to enter a name for the user account that you want to create for first load up. So I'm the only user of this system, so I'll be only entering one name, but if you've got multiple users in your house that'll be running this VirtualBox operating system, you then need to enter multiple users here. Excuse me, I had too much lunch. Okay, so just enter your username there, same as any Windows operating system, or any operating system in fact, I think. Okay, select next. What's wrong with this? Can't be the same as administrator or regular name. Okay, so just enter a different name. If you've entered the same name as the first name you installed when we first did the installation, or you need to just change a detail. If you're not up to this section, just pause it. Okay, thank you, congratulations, you're ready to go. So you've successfully installed Windows XP Enterprise if you use the ISO that I've provided. Towards the end of the video, I'll be demonstrating how to set up a customized icon shortcut to your guest operating system from your host operating system, as well as setting a snapshot restore point for the guest box, as well as setting up VirtualBox guest editions, which will give you full mouse integration and full resolution abilities, as well as a few other options. Okay, Windows is just configuring it first time use. See, as you notice, you got the white no good border around the thing, which that's full screen, so which is no good because you can't have it as full screen yet. But we'll be customizing that so that we can get rid of that problem. So to do this, we go up to devices, we go down to install guest edition CD image, wait a few seconds. Okay, yes, next. Select next, leave it as all default. Next. Don't worry about 3D support for Windows XP. So just click install. This install the VBox guest editions from the ISO. Okay, and the screen, the system will reboot after completion. Okay, select reboot now and select finish. Windows is logging off and restarting. And when it reboots, it'll be in full optimization of your resolution in full screen. To switch, I think you can hold the hotkey and F, which is the right control key on your keyboard, as well as F, which is the same as going to view and switch to full screen. So it's host and F. Select yes to switch. You can select do not show this again, so it doesn't do this again. It'll go away and then come back. give it time. Here we go, it's in full screen optimization for your resolution now. So you'll have full mouse integration, which means you can scroll your mouse from your host box to your guest box. Okay, so after this will be if you was to stay in Windows XP, you'll be doing a Windows update, but this is Service Pack 3, so it has majority of them. Okay, Notepad X, I'll just show you a little thing with Windows XP. This is a glitch. If you open up a Notepad document and type Bush hid the facts, this is just something random, and save it as anything on the desktop. And then close it out and open it, reopen it. It won't say that anymore. It'll be binary code. It's got to be spaced correctly. It's got to be 4 letters, 3 letters, 3 letters, and 5 letters. Just a little glitch with Windows XP. There we go. Doesn't say Bush hid the facts anymore. Don't know why. Thought I'd just show you that anyway. Okay, so now we'll be closing the system. Power off. You can do a Windows shutdown. We will be doing a Windows shutdown actually. Okay, we'll be creating a snapshot. So go to the go to snapshot. Right click on the option of the desktop we just created, and go to snapshot in the top right hand corner where that camera thing is, and then go down to the other camera, select fresh and type fresh install, or whatever you want to call your new installation of Windows XP. Give it a description. Select OK. This is creating a restore point in case you do installations of Windows updates or something and need rollback purposes. Okay, so that's done. It's created the Windows XP fresh install rollback restoration point snapshot. Okay, so next we're pretty much done. We've installed Windows XP. We've created a snapshot. We've done VirtualBox guest editions. Okay, so now all we've got to do is I'll show you how to create a customized icon shortcut from your host computer to your new operating system for quick boot. Okay, so right click in the VirtualBox manager. Right click the desktop, the creation we just made, Windows XP. Right click it and go down to the bottom, properties. Select change icon. Select browse. Find the icon that I supplied, or if you've got one. The icon download will be in the description. Select apply. Click OK, and there we go. You got Windows XP as a new icon that'll boot straight into Windows XP. You can customize and whatever you'd like that if you desire. Okay, I'm HaKDMoDz. I hope this has helped. Thanks for watching. Please like, rate and subscribe, and leave a comment. But as always, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.